Good morning. Welcome to Regional Distance Learning Clinical Seminar Series. Today's topic is Inventory Management System version 2 and speaker Mr. Teeraj Singh Saini. Mr. Teeraj Saini is working as a pharmacist at ART Center PJ Chandigarh since 2008. He has done his diploma in pharmacy along with diploma in medical laboratory technology from Government Medical College Patiala and MBA from Bangalore. He has already taken many sessions through RDLS. Now I request Mr. Nirmal to start the session. Thank you. Sorry. Now I request Mr. Teeraj Saini to start the session. Thank you.
Hello everybody, this is Teeraj Singh Sani, pharmacist ART Center PGIMER Chandigarh. Today the topic for presentation is IMS, that is Inventory Management System version 2.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Can you please share your screen?
Uh, uh, Sonia, she wants to share this screen. दोबारा बोलना पड़ा।
Please switch to full screen mode.
full screen mode. देखो।
Yes, thank you.
Hello everybody, this is Teeraj Singh Sani, pharmacist ART Center PGIMER Chandigarh. Today, the topic for presentation is IMS, that is Inventory Management System version 2. IMS is an brief introduction to IMS. IMS is an online inventory management system developed by NACO CHAI to digitally record inventory transactions from supplier to end users and provide real-time customized reports to concerned stakeholders. IMS is used for receiving, dispatching, relocating inventories, and to record individual patient dispensation. IMS is also capable of tracking and recording all centrally procured items along with the consumption pattern of ARV drugs and other inventories at facility level, SACS level, and at NECO level. IMS version 1 was officially launched by NACO in December 2014 throughout the country, almost in all ART centers. Now we will be discussing IMS version 2, introduction and transition. Now, what is the objective of this workshop on IMS version 2? That is to familiarize new functionalities of IMS version 2, that is ART module, hands-on practice on pharmacist module, lab tech module, link ART module, then modalities of user acceptance testing, that is UAT, then how to log observations, report bugs, Bugzilla, then onboarding other facilities and lab technician, etc. Slide. ये slide नहीं आ रही. वही तो मैं कह रहा.
Sir, click on the slide and then click on the next button.
ਇੱਥੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ
आप पहले सुन सुनाओ।
हाँ ऑब्जेक्टिव तो हो गया नेक्स्ट now need of IMS version 2 feedback received from users of IMS version 1 ARV drugs adherence calculation trends transit patients and PEP patients link ARD module accounting testing commodities and CD4 count at ART center, lab tech module, enable patient portability transfer in and out, next visit date assistance, and distribution of appointments, auto assign status of patients, pre-ART, on ART, LFU, assisted identification of regimen as per previous dispensation, receiving stocks from patients, then Aadhaar card, voter card, ration card, and other identities of the patient, biometrics capturing in lieu of signature, and a very long list of other parameters. Next. Now the various key features of IMS version 1 and version 2. Version 1, there were parameters of contract and supplier management, stock receipt and dispatch, stock management, product and facility management, event notification emails, patient registration and dispensation, basic stock and dispensation reports, barcode enabled offline dispensation. And in IMS version 2, NACO has added another parameters which are IMS version 2 is NIC security compliant, digital invoices for supply payments, then CD4 and adherence monitoring is there. On-demand reports can be generated here. GIT inventory tracking, automated patient status tracking is there. Independent reporting engine, flexible and scalable system architecture is there. Patient biometrics are there. Role-based access privileges are there. National state consolidated reports are there. Patient portability is there. And to then to capture transit PEP and link ART patients, enhanced patients information security is there. Next. Now to receiving dispatch of inventories, receiving inventories from SACs, suppliers, other ARTC from unregistered sources, relocation, dispatch of inventories to SACs and other facilities. Now receiving and dispatch process includes, this is very simply, this has been simplified in IMS version 2. No surplus receiving, as IMS version 2 don't pick up surplus inventories by default. Unique product batch expiry combination is there. Goods in transit tracking and reconciliation is there. Now, drugs received from unregistered source, GIT, we will discuss here. Drugs received by the receiving ARTC from the supplier, SACS, ARTC, NGO, etc., without dispatch details in the IMS, they will be entered under the section unregistered source section. GIT, that is goods in transit. If there occurs mismatch in the quantity of drugs sent and drugs received, then the drugs will continue to remain in GIT. So if a lesser quantity of ARV drugs are received by the consignee, that is receiving ARTC, in comparison to actual quantity of drugs sent by the sender ARTC, then the drugs will remain in the process of GIT until either of the sender ARTC or receiving ARTC accepts the GIT. If both the ARTC are unable to receive GIT, then the admin of SACS of sender ARTC has to write it off as transit loss. Okay. अब हम इस स्लाइड में पेशेंट मैनेजमेंट के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. टुडे in this patient management we will discuss how to edit the patient profile, then how to register the new patients, link out patients, how to transfer in and transfer out patients. Now here we will discuss about barcodes, weight band and side effects, etc. Barcodes और weight band और side effects के बारे में यहाँ हम discuss करेंगे. First of all, barcodes. Unique barcodes of each patient will be provided by the NACO. One barcode slip to be pasted on white card of the patient and other on the green card of the patient. Barcode scanner can easily read these barcodes to provide patient details whether he or she is registered. Now in weight band and side effects, the details of the weight band of the patient and side effects will be entered in the concerned section by the data manager or by the pharmacist. Master line list of the patient cannot be uploaded in the IMS version 2. Instead, details of each patient are entered one by one in the patient profile section by clicking on add patient by the data managers. Now in IMS version 2, how the patient details look like. This is the layout here for patient details. Patient details में हमें patient का नाम, उसकी एज, उसका डेट ऑफ बर्थ, उसका एड्रेस, उसका कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर एंड आधार नंबर उसका एंटर करना. In patient details, here we will enter name, age, date of birth, address, contact number, Aadhaar number, and other parameters of the patients. Regarding ART details, date of the registration of the patient, then PART allotted number, then ART number allotted to the patient, then regime, what type of regime started for the patient, then patient status, etc. They are filled in ART details section. Then in CD4 details section, we have to fill up baseline CD4 date, then baseline CD4 count, last CD4 date, last CD4 count, last CD4 date, etc. So new data points to be captured, CD4 trends and analysis, that is here in CD4 details. Then the next is linked out and transfer details. इसमें हमने कौन सा पेशेंट को लिंक्ड इन किया और लिंक्ड आउट किया उसके बारे में हमने इसमें एंटर करना. Here in linked out and transfer details section, we will be entering the linked out status, linked out facility, transferred out status, transferred out facility regarding the patients. So new data points to capture migration or LEC patient monitoring. Now the patient details key enhancements in IMS version 2, they are displayed over here. like LTFU status updated automatically, other status on ART, pre-ART, dead, opted out status, they are shown here. Then patient migration can be tracked here through transfer in and transfer out process. Then we can track additional data like on which regime the patient is and their registration date, age, which is automated, then adult and pediatric, whether the patient belongs to adult category or on pediatric category, that is displayed over here. The link ART patients are tracked, can be easily tracked with the link ART facility name. Then CD4 details they can be easily captured here in this section, which includes baseline count, date, and last count date, etc. In this slide, in this section, the patient dispensation will be discussed, which means the regular dispensation can be done. PEP or transit patients can be dispensed, linked out patients, etc. Now the dispensation of ARB drugs, drug adherence in IMS version 2. Here we will discuss this. Now the preferred mode of dispensation of ARV drugs to the patients is firstly regimen mode, then last repeated dispensation mode, and ultimately lastly is prescription mode. Auto ARV drug adherence gets calculated if there is proper pill counting and proper quantity of pills remaining with the patients. They are properly entered in the pills section of the dispensation button. Once if you have dispensed, suppose once if you have dispensed TLE or ZLN or any other ARV drugs to the patient on any day and you want to dispense some other drug after the same, then first the quantity of the ARV drugs already dispensed should be first received back, and only after that other ARV drugs can be dispensed to the same patient on the same day. Now the biometric capture of the patient's thumb impression. Here IMS, in IMS version 2 there is provision of recording capturing biometric details of the patient. The patient proxy has to give right thumb impression in the biometric system in lieu of his or her signature on receiving ARV drugs. Now, drugs received back from the patient. If the patient returns packed box of ARV drugs and not opened one, then only quantity of such drugs to be filled up in the concerned section of drugs received from patient. Now the dispensation layout section looks like this. Here is the layout. On the left hand side, there is current visit details, which includes product detail like TLE, then ZLN, ZL plus IFA, etc. Then batch number of the product here, then expiry of the product here, then quantity of the drug here, the remaining pills to be filled up here. Then next will be next apartment details, then biometric and proxy details. On the right hand side in dispensation layout, there is patient summary like name of the patient, gender, age, pre-ART number, ART number. Even previous visit details can be found here. Last three dispensation with visit dates, products, quantities, and adherence can be seen here. The dispensation in dispensary section on the right hand side, summary looks patient summary and previous dispensations looks like here in this slide. In the dispensation there is transit and PEP patient tracked separately, that is on the top of the right side. In patient summary with you can quickly view for detailed patient profile like name of the patient, pre-ART number, ART number, then on which regime the patient is, then current regime view with shortcuts to update regime, then previous dispensation we have dispensed to the patient, they can be seen here. We can view up to last three dispensation details with adherence and visit dates. Then there is option to repeat dispensation of last three dispensations. For current visit details, we have to enter the uh, ART number of the patient, and the patient name is displayed. Then we have to click that. Then we have to enter the product which is to be dispensed to the patient. Then number of pills needs to be entered in the remaining pill section. Then the quantity of the pills to be dispensed to the patient is entered here. Whether you have to give 1 month quantity of the ARV drugs, or 2 month quantity, or 3 months, or multimodal dispensation, that can be dispensed here in this section. Then the number, after entering this, we have to enter the for how many days or for how many months we are going to dispense the ARV drugs to the patient. So this reflects shortcut to dispensation types, repeat last regime mode, prescription mode, auto population products for repeat dispensation, auto select first expiry, first expiry, first of batch, with option to change. We can change this. Now then there is option to enter remaining pills with automatic adherence calculation, because the moment we enter the remaining pills, the adherence is automatically calculated here. Then shortcut to select next appointment dates: 14 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or 120 days. They can be changed over here. Then quick view of patient loads based on working days, exclude Sunday and other holidays can be excluded. Then biometric fingerprint is there. We can capture to avoid signature or register. Then after entering the all the parameters in dispensation, the slide in this that will look like this: number of pills, etc. Then after entering all the dispensation details, we have to confirm dispensation by clicking the confirm dispensation button. So the entire dispensation, this process, that can be done within, we can say, within 1 or 1.5 minute. Transit. Now here we will discuss transit and PEP patients. Transit dispensation and PEP dispensation. Transit patients coming from other ARTC, they or visiting to your ARTC to receive ARV drugs when the same is not available in their parent ART because of stock out, or if they are admitted in the ward of your hospital, then ARV drugs to such patients are dispensed in the transit dispensary section. So to enter the record in IMS, the details of such patients in relation to their parent ARTC where they are registered, they are to be regarding their dispensary, that is to be done over under the section transit patients. Even in this COVID period, patients from other ARTs or from other ART centers, they might have visited in your ARTC to receive ARV drugs, and you might have entered those patients under transit section. For PEP patients, that is for post exposure prophylaxis. Similarly, for post exposure prophylaxis drugs like TLE, that is given as PEP drugs to such patients in the PEP dispensary section. Now the how the transit PEP dispensation section layout looks like this. This is the entire display. In transit dispensation, you have to first enter the patient's parent ART, from where or from which he or she was taking ARV drugs. Then after entering the ARTC number, ARTC concerned ARTC, then the patient name is entered. Then the product to be, or ARV drugs to be taken by the patient, that is quantity is entered. Then confirm dispensation is clicked. Now this is to record one-time dispensation to transit patients or PEP patients, or to record parent ART name and details of transit patient. Next is transfer in and transfer out patients. The patients can be transferred in and transferred out by entering the relevant data in the transfer in and transfer out sections of patient's profile. Now the transfer patients in and out of the RTC. if you want to transfer out, you have to transfer out, then you have to write this. Now they will look like this. Transfer in process is like, then the for transfer out process, then is the patient transfer? Yes. Then to select the state where they want to go, the district and the ART facility where they want to go. Yeah, similarly, in transfer in process, patient is transferred in by selecting the state where from where they have come, then from where they from which district they have come, which ART center they have come. So the transfer out patients identify facility only visible to sending ARTC. The status change immediately changes to transfer. Receiving ART searches for sending ARTC details. Accept patient to add and to receive ARTC. Link ART module. Here we will discuss LAC model. LAC user can be created by the parent nodal ARTC. So LAC will have its own user login ID. Now the assignment of individual bulk ARV drugs to LAC. ARV drug stocks can be assigned individually or in bulk. So many ARV drugs can be assigned to LAC through product section of LAC. Dispensation of ARV drugs to LAC patients. At LAC level, ARV drug dispensation can be done to LAC patients in LAC drug dispensation section. Now, how the link ART key features, these are displayed over here. Key features are only parent nodal ARTC can create dependent link ART, that is LAC. LAC will have its own login and user ID. Parent ARTC can perform dispensation and stock consumptions against LAC stock and parent patients. All patients assigned to LAC still belongs to ARTC and will show up on all reports. All inventory assigned to LAC still belong to ARTC and will show up on all reports. To find out LAC patient through reports, then LFU and missed appointments not applicable to LAC patients. देन लिंक ART असाइन स्टॉक, ये कैसे करना है? LAC1 सपोज LAC है, इनकी प्रोडक्ट लिस्ट कैसी है, इनकी असाइन कैसे करना, these are displayed over here. Patients list, dispensation, etc. Now how to assign stock, that looks like shown in this slide. Then to how to assign stock, that looks like this. Then whether link how to link ART assign patients or record dispensation, that looks like the patients are also available in the parent ARTC in patients list. Next is lab tech module. For lab tech module, receiving commodities from supplier to collect sample for CD4 viral load testing, test it in the other ARTC and update result, test in own ARTC and update result. When lab technician updates CD4 viral loads results in lab tech module, such results are automatically populated in the patient's profile data. Now CD4 viral load testing, how to collect sample. Now the key features of this is only two new steps that they just need 15 to 20 minutes per day to enter CD4 viral load testing, etc. No dedicated computer is required for that purpose. Automatically, we can track CD4 due date and generate CD4 expected patient report and CD4 missed appointment reports, etc. Online CD4 results can be recorded, can be entered by nodal ARTC or feeder ARTC. Results updated instantly on patient profile can be viewed by MO, SMO, etc. Now how this slide looks like it is displayed over here. To test type is that may be CD4 viral load test, then the patient's name is there, age is displayed, gender, then we have to add this. Now to record result of CD4 viral load, for CD4 the patient name is entered, then priority number, last test count, whether the test has been done or not, then the current test account is entered here, on which date current test CD4 test is done, that is written over here. Then next appointment date is to be displayed here, then the whether the sample was good or bad, that is to be shown here. Then we can review the result of CD4 and viral load here. Then dashboard and reporting. Different types of reports can be generated in IMS version 2. Dashboards may have patient's due list, today's patient dispensation, goods in transit, incoming consignment, shortage of drugs, near expiry in next 3 months, etc. Dashboard and report generation. In here, uh, IMS version 2 improved reporting search engine is there. It is faster to generate the reports. They are very fast and faster. So faster report generation is there. More comprehensive reports can be generated. More customizable reporting can be generated from here in report section. In dashboard, there will be key information highlighted is the key patient data, expected patients, etc. Key stock levels are there, whether there is low stock of the concerned product, or expiry stock, on which date the products are going to expire. That is shown here. Then alerts and notifications they are all displayed in dashboard. And in regarding existing reports, we can generate daily inventory report. Near expiry report can be generated from here. Then patient dispensation report can be generated from patient dispensation report section by entering the uh, date, even for 15 days, for 30 days, or for 2 days. The patient dispensing reports can be generated here. The expected patient report, for that expected patient report can also be generated here. Then missed appointment reports. For missed appointment reports, you have to enter the from for which month you require missed appointment of patients. Then entering the name, entering the date, starting date, then the entering the last date. Then that can be downloaded here. Enhanced reports. For enhanced report section, stock ledger reports can be generated here. Stock summary report can be generated here for each and every stock, drug stock, like stock of how much stock you have at present, for example, for ZLN, for TLE, for ZLE, for second line drugs, for third line drugs, etc. Then stock out, even stock out report can be generated from here. Then dispatch report, dispatch drug report, whether you have dispatched the ARV drugs to some other ART center or not. Then to receipt report, that can be generated from here. Regarding dispatch report, dispatching the ARV drugs to other ARTC or other SACs, you have to enter all the drugs which you are going to dispatch to the concerned SACs or to the concerned ARTC. Then that can be, and then how many drugs you have dispatched from your parent ART to the FART center, or to the SACs, or to the other ART center. That can be easily generated from dispatch report section. Then in receipt report section, you can easily uh, generate or download how many drugs you have received, and how many and how much drugs, ARV drugs, you have received from the SACs of the from the ARTC or from the other ART center. They can be easily generated in from received report section of enhanced reports. From news reports, in new report sections, we can, here patient status reporting can be, that can be generated on whether the patient is on ART or LFU, whether the patient uh, has been transferred, whether the patient has has died. That can be generated from here. Patient's profile can be generated. The link ART reporting can be generated if the link ART centers have they if they have adopted the link ART module at their respective centers, and if they have entered uh, all the patient's records and all the patient's dispensation history in their concerned LAC, then link ART reporting can be generated from here. Even regime mode based reporting can be done. How many patients are are present on TLE, how many patients are on ZL and on ZLE, then on TL and Arzanavi, ritonavir, etc. In short, regime report can be easily generated from regimen-based reporting. Dispensation summary with stock requirements can be generated from this new reports section. In dashboard, you can see how many LF you have LFUs, how many how many patients are adherence can be calculated. They can that can be generated from this new report section. So in addition, more in-depth analysis and reports can be generated from IMS database uh, when we are using inventory management version 2 system. Migration from IMS version 1 to IMS v2. Migration for IMS v1 to IMS v2 has already taken place. So the existing stock inventory management IMS version 1 has already been migrated into the IMS version 2 along with the relevant details data patients under instruction of NACO. If any bug is observed while doing work in IMS version 2, then the same can be reported to IMS developers, CHAI, IT team of NACO by clicking on the report bugs at the lower right corner after creating your own account in the Bugsy ladder, or mail your queries to imsnaco.in@gmail.com. Now the tentative transition and timelines. Here, now the UAT Master Trainers Southern region that was uh, held on 26th August for introduction to version 2 and NDLS session. Then user acceptance testing was done on this 11th September. That is UAT start date. Yeah, that was the start date. Then start bug fixing. That date was 15 September. That is UAT Master Trainer Northern Region. Then UAT completion date was 26th September, and 31st September was for complete bug fixing. Then patient and inventory data migration date of V1 to V2 was 30th September. And finally on 22nd October, there were total transition of IMS version 1 to IMS version 2. Now support plan. IMS helps and support structures like this. Uh, at the lower level, we have master trainers. About 76 master trainers are there. One master trainer for every 7 ARTs. That is at the first level. At the second level, that is there. The sex admin, 38 sex admin approximately are there. The regional coordinators 10 are there. At the third level, at the top level, at the apex, there are dedicated support team of NACO is there to support all the IMS, all the uh, uh, regarding all to for IMS. IMS version 2 is security audited and hosted to NIC Cloud National Informatics Systems. Now it has a robust data recovery and backup plan as per NIC guidelines. Then 1 year support for any bugs or usage fatigue by development team is there. IMS version 2 is amenable to integration with any future system and enhancements. So together with the support of all of you, we can achieve a successful transition to version 2. And we have and regarding this, we have already transited, we are migrated to version 2. Now the common errors which are generally committed in IMS, certain errors occurs while entering data in IMS, which are as follows. Many times wrong entry of pre-ART and ART number given to a patient. Others can be wrong entry of CD4 count, viral load count, etc. Error can occur in entering quantity and expiry date of ARV drugs while receiving reallocation of drugs. Then wrong entry of number of pills remaining and wrong quantity of drugs to be dispensed. Like for example, 600 tablets of ZLN instead of 60 tablets can be entered, and wrong entry of next due date that can occur. Then here are certain FAQs. Many a times supplier don't make entry of drugs to be supplied to any ARTC and sex, and for that purpose, uh, when we are receiving drugs from the supplier, like from hetero from Mylan, we have to enter the drugs in from the supplier, then to regarding all the ARV drugs details, they are to be enter how much quantity we have received, then their batch number, then their manufacturing date, then their expiry date, then how many boxes we have received. They can be easily entered from the this section. Then in relocating ARV drugs to other ART center sex, for this, uh, when there is some mail from the NACO side that we have to relocate ARV drugs to the other ART centers or to sex, when we then we have to go in relocation section of the IMS, where the drugs to be first we have to then there we have to first enter the quantity of the drug to be relocated, then the batch number, then the which expiry, uh, uh, and how and the quantity of the drugs to be relocated is entered. Then all the parameters of the relocation are done here. Then for transit patient dispense the drugs here by entering their ART number after finding their concerned ART center. Like for here, when we are receiving patients from other ARTs or ARTs of other states, then in transit patient, those such patients dispensation is entered here in transit patient section. Now in IMS version 2, uh, product dictionary or in product directory, NACO uh, has added further facility for entering the other drugs like 99 dot drugs like FDC2, 3 FDC2, 3 FDC, 4 FDC, etc. These drugs can be entered, and first of all, then these drugs can be received. Then for patients, they can be entered. Other drugs which can be entered in IMS version 2 are CPT, cotrimoxazole, that is Septran DS, or Septran DS or Ciplen DS. Their quantity uh, can be received, and then for patient they can be dispensed in the concerned dispensation section. Similarly, for IPT, isoniazid pyridoxine treatment, that can be uh, easily captured here in IMS version 2, and for those patients for which IPT has been started, that can also be uh, dispensed here in IMS version 2. Similarly, for toxicity drugs like Abacavir 300 mg, individual drugs, then 3TC, lamivudine, then LS30, then stavudine 30 mg. For such toxicity drugs, for such patients, they can be entered in the dispensary section in IMS version 2. So for these drugs which have been received from the SACS or from RNTCP, they can be fully received in this IMAS version 2. And more drugs, more new certain new drugs are being added by the NACO, like TLD, that is tenofovir, lamivudine, dolutegravir. TLD based combinations are further being added in the product directory or product dictionary of the IMS version 2. And new dolutegravir based drugs are also being adopted by the NACO, and new combinations are coming for ZLD, zidovudine, lamivudine, and dolutegravir. They are further being added in the IMS version 2 product directory. So in IMS version 2, the NACO is further adding more and more drugs so as to simplify this this drugs dispensation for the pharmacist, and so that more and more comprehensive ARV drugs reports and or reports for 99 dots, CPT, IPT, toxic drug, that can be easily generated through the concerned section of this IMS version 2. Thank you very much. If you have at the end, if you have any query, you can write to me at this Gmail, and this is my mobile number. Yes,
So
if
we
you have
have a
any.
question. Yeah, so we have a question in the chat box.
किया? Patient master shows only pre-ART name, pre-ART name, but not ART number and status.
How can we see the list of patients regimen wise?
How can we see the list of the patient regime? Regime was because patient master shows only pre-ART name and status, but not regime. Patient, let me see. And these regard. This is a query from Osharpa that can be easily. You have to go in the for report section. From there, we can easily generate this report, a regime section report.
ART Jalandhar.
Yeah, from ART. This is from ART Jalandhar. Patient master shows only pre-ART, ART name and status, but not regime. Status, but not regime.
How can we see the list of patients?
Regime. That in dashboard, in dashboard में सब patients का display हो जाता है. कैसे उनकी कौन से पेशेंट कौन सी रेजिम में है, जैसे TLE में है, ZLN में है. जब हम एंटर करते हैं पेशेंट की डिस्पेंसेशन कंसर्न डिस्पेंसेशन सेक्शन में, ठीक है, अगर हम पेशेंट्स का देखना हो कौन से कितने पेशेंट TLE पे हैं, कितने पेशेंट ZLN पे हैं, तो वो डैशबोर्ड पे हम उनको ग्राफिकली देख सकते हैं. वहां ऐसा ऑप्शन है.
कितने पेशेंट कितनी मेडिसिन थे कितने टाइम.
हेलो हेलो.
किसी के कोई सवाल हो तो अनम्यूट करके पूछ सकते हैं, या तो फिर चैट बॉक्स में आप टाइप भी कर सकते हैं.
हेलो सर, गुड मॉर्निंग.
हेलो.
मुझे एक क्वेरी थी मेरी.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
जब हम MI पोर्टल में पिल्स रिमेनिंग लेफ्ट को एंटर करते हैं,
क्या करते हैं जी?
जब एक कॉलम है ना सर, पिल्स रिमेनिंग.
हाँ, पिल्स रिमेनिंग. हाँ.
मैं जब एंटर करते हैं सपोज 2 पिल्स हमने डाली और एक्चुअली में कितनी थी वो तो हमें भी नहीं पता, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ एड्रेस आ जाती है.
हाँ, that is automatic populated ना.
So is that to be relied upon? I mean for the purpose of adherence calculation?
देखो ऐसे है, वैसे तो जितनी पेशेंट्स के पास थी वो ये देखना पड़ेगा उसने पिछले 2 महीने से कितनी क्या वो प्रॉपरली अडहियर कर रहा, क्योंकि उसमें तीन लास्ट 3 मंथ्स का डिस्पेंसेशन डिटेल्स आ जाती हैं. तो क्या वो कर रहा था उसमें?
सर हम जब हम डिस्पेंस कर रहे हैं ना, तो ART नंबर डाल के उसका डिस्पेंसिंग देते हैं. सपोज हमने टेली 60 दी उसको, तो पिल्स रिमेनिंग मान लो हमने 2 डाली है, तो एड्रेस जो आ जाती है तो नेचुरली 2 महीने की एड्रेस निकाल रहा है ना उससे, 2 महीने की जो हम है ना, तो वो ऑथेंटिकेटेड. आई मीन दैट हैज टू बी टेकन इनटू अकाउंट. दैट इज माय क्वेरी.
Okay. Regarding that, I will send your feedback to the NACO.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it a genuine question or not?
बॉस, मैंने भी यार एंटर करता हूँ, मैं फार्मासिस्ट हूँ यहाँ पे, तो कई बार वहाँ जो हम मैनुअली निकालते हैं उसमें थोड़ा सा कई बार लगता है हमें कि कुछ डिस्क्रिपेंसी हो सकती है. तो जो NACO टीम डेवलपर है हम उनसे बात कर सकते हैं. मैं आपकी ये फीडबैक भेज दूंगा. वैसे मैंने भी ये ऊपर उनको भेजा था कि कई बार हम इतनी डालते हैं, जैसे आपने 2 बोला, तो हो सकता है वो 75% निकाले, ठीक है,
बिल्कुल,
जबकि वो 89 या 92% होनी चाहिए,
होता है
है ना।
एग्जैक्टली।
तो वो
हाँ जी,
ये जो आती है ना, जो एनोमली आती है, इसके बारे में
हाँ,
मैं नेको को फॉरवर्ड कर दूंगा आपकी ना।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक
ओके
यू।
बॉस, ओके। हाँ हाँ, Jalandhar से ये क्वेरी है, डैशबोर्ड ओनली शोज द total number of patients on specific regime but not shows the list of patient ART number wise with the regime. इसके लिए भी मैं आगे आप नेको को आपकी ये जो अभी तक इसमें नहीं निकल पाया, जो इस IMS वर्जन 2 में जो आप एडिशनल चाहते हो, तो ये फीडबैक आगे आगे नेको को हम दे देंगे। एनी अदर क्वेरी?
लाकडाचं तुला काय?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.